Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo.
Good morning and welcome to day 3 of Vlogmas. December 3rd already, and it's starting off a little bit differently than I thought it would. I can see my breath as I'm talking right now. Hi, my name is Tracy and this is Festivities on the Float and Vlogmas from the comfy red couch. Today I am going to be looking for a package that has gone missing. I'm getting a little bit frustrated. It was supposed to be delivered last Saturday. We were home all day, nobody called down, and now this package has gone missing. So I have already phoned the carrier to find out where it was. I was told to call back. When I tried to contact them yesterday, I still couldn't find it. The problem with living on a float house is that our mail and packages are delivered at the top of the ramp. So someone needs to call in because it is a gated ramp, and it does make mail delivery a little bit more complicated than when we lived in Toronto and things could be left on the porch, hidden in a wagon or something like that. Now, the other interesting thing about this morning is if you look over my shoulder and onto the walkways, there's some white stuff there. Part of the lure of moving to Vancouver was that it was supposed to be a little bit more temperate, and right now I see frost. That might even be a little bit of snow actually, and there is supposed to be a bit of snow in the forecast tonight. So I don't know whether I've brought the snow from Toronto with me or what's happening. All I know is this wasn't what I expected this morning. Anyway, wish me luck on the search for the missing package. I'm going to make some phone calls, figure out where I may need to go to pick up the package. It's all really a bit frustrating. The delivery company has now found my parcel. It is in their warehouse. I was hoping that it might be at their access point so that I could go pick it up, but they are going to be bringing it to the access point sometime next week, so I won't get it until then. But that leaves today free for some knitting. I have parked myself on one of the red chairs in front of the hummingbird feeder, which is maybe a little bit difficult to see, but I'm hoping that maybe as I chatter away about knitting, you might see a hummingbird fly behind me, although the lighting isn't the best for that right now. But oh, he's just too cute, my little hummingbird. Last night I worked on my ever after shawl a little bit more. I'm now at 25% and I got some beading done, so I wanted to share that with you. So I am now 3 beading repeats or lace repeats in, and there are beautiful little silver-lined crystal beads along this section. So there are several sections still to do of this lace. Really, really intuitive, and last night I was enjoying the knit, and now that the deadline is over, I can kind of pick up and choose to go along as I'd like. I would like to get this done fairly soon though, but I think it's going to be really beautiful once it is all done. And because this is a merino silk blend, it is going to block out beautifully, and then you'll really be able to see the sparkle from my little tiny beads. I don't like to overpower with the big beads. I like the size 8, just a little bit of, is that got a bead in there? Is that a little bit of shine to it? That's what I like to do. Anyway, that is my progress so far. I'm at 25%. I need to take a couple better photographs and pop a photo on Instagram. I didn't put one up yesterday because the striping, it didn't have that bling in it. So today I've got a little bit of bling. Work on that a little bit. I also have my Advent to open today. So this is Squishy, Must Be Yarn. Let's open day 3 of my specially made tropical Advent yarn, and that is lots of lovely crinkling. And oh wow, this is a beautiful orange. Well, I don't love yellow. I absolutely love orange, and this one has just such depth. It's absolutely beautiful. So with day 1 and day 3, I am wondering if we're going to be going into a lovely fade with lots of tropical colors. I have not chosen the best spot in the house to show off the yarns today because I was more interested in showing off the cute little hummingbird that I have, and even then you probably won't see it very well, but that is how it goes. Anyway, I am looking forward to seeing how these play out. I mentioned in Vlogmas yesterday that I did have a pattern in mind that I picked up, and that pattern is the Safe Space blanket, and this is by Ellie, who is Skenanigans. And right now, all proceeds from the sale of this pattern go to the Trevor Project until December 5th. It goes to the Trevor Project, which is an LGBTQ plus mental health facility for youth. And I thought it was a really interesting looking project. It is knitting hexies, and I thought that would be a fun way to use the Advent kit that the wonderful Chris, Sam, and Nikki sent my way. So thinking I'm probably going to do something like that. But my plans in the meantime, before I cast on anything new, are to get through some of my whips. And that includes the Ever After shawl, the Skyline wrap, and I have a couple of other projects that are in my whip bin that I would like to get done. And I'm feeling like this is something I did last December too, where I really focused on the whips, and I actually chose not to do a Christmas Eve cast on last year. I just decided to work on my whips instead. And this year I am going to do a Christmas Eve cast on, but I'd like to spend my December evenings getting some of the whips out of the way. Because right now on my Ravelry page, I have 9. One of them is complete and ready to be put up once that pattern has been released. But otherwise I have 8 whips, and that just makes me feel a little bit overwhelmed. So I think getting some of these long-term whips and some shorter-term whips done will free up some mental health space of my own so that I can then start feeling a little bit more settled with my knitting as well. But I am looking forward to doing the Safe Space Hexie blanket. And if between now and December 5th you're thinking that's an interesting pattern, as I mentioned, all proceeds do go to the Trevor Project. So something interesting to knit with a worthwhile cause too. I don't know that any of the hummingbirds have come while I have been sitting here, so I have made you endure bad lighting in the hopes that a hummingbird might come along, but that's always the way, isn't it? Anyway, I think that is all I'm going to share on Vlogmas Day 3. We are going out this evening. We've been invited out for supper, and I'm bringing an appetizer, and I don't know what I will get up to tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be Saturday. There is a chance of snow tonight. We'll see what tomorrow brings. In the meantime, I will enjoy today, and I hope you do too. Bye.
Gloria excelsis Deo, gloria in excelsis Deo.
Here is my little buddy having a drink. He is so sweet. This one now has become a little bit more acclimatized to us walking around in the house, and he's a little bit more confident when we stand up or walk close to the window. He knows that he's safe. Tasha was enjoying watching him yesterday, but he's got this beautiful green on his wings, and he's just so tiny. And there he goes.